And done. Finally made the calculator app. Now let's just publish onto the App Store. It's been long enough. There has to be some downloads, right? Hey man, I heard you released the calculator app. How's it going? Not good, man. Nobody downloaded it. It's like nobody even needs to do any calculations. It's so weird, man. Oh, well, I'm not surprised. Apple already has a calculator app already installed in it, and there's like a million others on the App Store. Didn't you know that? What? You know how long it took me to make? Hello and welcome to the video. My name is William Carter from letsjustcode.com. And if you're not already familiar with me or the whole brand in general, we help people learn iOS development as fast as possible because we really do not like the learning phase because we want to get straight to making apps. So we say, bang that out as fast as possible and start making your own apps. So without further ado, let's get right into the actual content. Now, in my opinion, the first thing that you want to do with your app idea is actually find how difficult it is to build. This is because apps can have a bunch of different complexities to it. Like a social media app needs a database, needs images, needs password protection, needs different languages and stuff like that. Well, if you have a camera app, it's really not as hard to create. So you definitely want to know what you're getting into and know around how long it's actually going to take you to build. So first thing you want to do is actually research what things you want to have inside of your application. So let's do an example for a workout application. Now for that app, you'd probably want, first of all, the ability to play videos to show people how to do certain exercises. And then you'd want like a table view controller and stuff like that. Just research everything that you actually have to have inside of that app that you want to build. Next is to search around online, search on Reddit, search on Google, search everywhere to see how hard it actually is to build the application. You can just look up something like how to make a workout app and it'll probably tell you the difficulty of it to see if you even want to make it at that point. Another reason why I tell you to actually figure out the difficulty is because if you find out that it's difficult way after when you're in the middle of the app development process and you actually don't want to spend all of that time, invest all of that time into it, then you just wasted a bunch of time. All right, so the second thing that you actually want to do is see if there's any similar apps out there. So this is pretty simple. You can go look them up on the App Store, look them up on Google kind of before to just see what they're all about, see if they're successful, if they're actually a good app idea. Because if you want to create an app like a workout application, you can look at a different workout applications like GFit is one of them. I know that's a very successful app. So you know that your app idea is validated if you see other similar applications out there. Also, what this can do is actually provide inspiration for your app idea because you can see what the successful applications are actually doing and kind of replicate it and make it better for your own application. So that actually brings us to the third and a really important one is actually to ask other people what they think and if they actually download the application. So the first people that you'd actually want to ask is people that you know and that you're close to. So this would be your close friends, your family, and people like that to give their opinion. But you actually want to get other opinions too because the opinions of the people that you're close to can actually be biased and they just tell you that the app idea is good and that they download it just because they're friends with you and they like you. So I recommend to actually ask people that you're not so close to. So maybe people from your work, maybe people from your gym. It doesn't really matter as long as they're not super close to you so they wouldn't give a biased opinion. And you can actually ask the app question online. on things like Reddit and a bunch of different forums. People would love to give their opinions, and I know what you're thinking. Why would I ask people? Because they're just gonna steal my app idea. Well, I'm telling you that you actually shouldn't be worried about them stealing your idea, because although that's a slight possibility, the chances are they're actually not going to build your app idea, especially not before you. And it's definitely worth the risk on asking people because of the value that you'll get from their responses. Alright, before I get to the fourth and most important point, I just want to mention that I actually have a free mini course. If you're new to iOS development and want to learn super fast, you can pick it up. It's the first link in the description, and that's going to teach you how to learn fast, which will save you a bunch of time. I wish I would have learned how to learn before I actually took a whole entire year learning it, but since you're here, you actually have the opportunity to learn it under a month with this free mini course, so go pick that up. So the final thing that you actually want to do is design your application. Now, first of all, this actually shows you if it'll actually work in reality, because the things that you imagine in your mind, what the app will be, you can see that, get that on paper, get that on a digital form or something to actually see if the application interacts well and if it's actually a good idea before investing a bunch of time in actually developing the application. This can actually plan it out for development because you know what view controllers go where, what buttons go where, and just the design and the feel of your application to make the apps faster. So those are actually all of my tips on how to validate your app idea. And I just want to mention again, there's a free mini course to learn fast. First link in the description, completely free. So with all these tips, I hope you use them. So go out there and actually validate your app idea, or else watching this video is actually useless to you if you don't actually validate the idea and make the application. So I hope you got value out of it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.